for joining me. Chineke wagyu may and bless you and your family for all that you are doing, all your contributions to this Biafra struggle. You know, it's a privilege to have people, the elderly among us. We are not taking them for lighted. I could imagine my own mom. So Biafra. You know, always on the Facebook, always on the online, supporting what we are doing. Mama, you are one of those 100 men called for this assignment. We knew how you have continued to stand tall, to pray for this struggle, to pray for Nnamdi Kanu, to pray for the leadership, and your continuing support will surely be graced and honored by Chukwu Okike Abiama. We thank you for your contributions. I can see Ndondom Wanganga. I can see Uchino European. I can see Ndubisiani. I can see Emmanuel Ofon. I can see Chidiebere Gregory Oga. I can see Josie Oragui, Moral Truths, James Stott. So God bless you. Please, if I haven't mentioned your name, just know it's not intentional. Yeah, I welcome you all to this live broadcast this evening, and this afternoon. It's afternoon. Yeah, it's afternoon here. It's 25 past 11 here, which in Biafra land is 25 minutes past 12. Yeah, thank you for joining me to this live broadcast this afternoon without wasting our time. Remember, we have one of our leadership coming out to speak to us today in the person of the Deputy Head of Directorate of State, Mazi Chukwuemeka Tony Nzoromike. He will be on a Radio Biafra, BTV, and every other platform to speak to us today, to give us direction, because this movement, IPOB, we are not being left with directors. We have leaders, we have directors, we have piloters, the pilots, the people piloting the affairs of this great movement. Is one of the wonderful things Nnamdi Kanu did. It's set up in place. God used Nnamdi Kanu in diverse ways, in diverse manners. When you wonder why is he not yet destroyed, he came for a purpose. Many a times God chose not the perfect vessels. He chose vessels for himself. He chose people that he leads. I don't know, sorry, I always bring the biblical history. When you look at the men and women in the Bible, according to the Bible stories, for people that read or believe the story, you know, I believe in God, and I believe in the patterns of God. So men and women God chose in the Bible, that he used them to lead his people, to direct his people. Many a times he doesn't go for the best. He chose according to his will. The Bible says, he chooses any vessel that he wants to use. When he chose David, David was not the best. Many of us remember certain things not right David did. Do we talk about Solomon? One flaw or the other. But when God takes a decision, this is the vessel I want to use to set up deliverance upon my people. He used Nnamdi Kanu to rally this great movement, IPOB. It is for a purpose. It doesn't make Nnamdi Kanu infallible. It doesn't make him a perfect man. That is the vessel God used. So, as we are in this movement, Nnamdi Kanu has come and done what God brought him to do for Biafra struggle. Nigerian government has handled him the way they have handled him. And it never sees the assignment of God towards the restoration of Biafra. That is why the same Nnamdi Kanu, God used him, Chukwu Okike Abiama used him to set out men and women that he will use unto these days. In the Directorate of State, we have them working in different capacities. We have the head, Mazi Chukwu Okadibe Dosiem. When you compare the manner of operations of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Mazi Dosiem, you can see they are two different entities that operate diversely. Their operations are not the same. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came, he came as an initiator, a great presenter, a presenter with the capability to rally people around. I can see Jude Zerim, okay. Oh, my good friend, comrade, excellent Odariko Chukwu Goziegi, thank you for joining me. I can see Ononso Iraka. You understand? Now, when you come to where our movement is at the present, in the midst of diverse attack, diverse frustrations, the operations, the modus operandi of the way Mazi Dosiem handles things, he has been programmed in a situation like this, where strategic involvement comes in, where we are is not the time to make so much noise. It's not a time to make bogus statements because of the situation where we are. Rather, a very time where strategic planning, underground planning, silent execution of policies are being needed in a time when so many eyes are on the movement, especially in the midst where Nigerian government said they have been tagged, they have been prescribed, they are these. When the international communities, they are sending the messages, look to see these organizations that has been tagged, that has been programmed. Instead of them seeing terrorism, instead of them seeing killings, what they see is peace. What they see is tranquility. What they see is a set of people fighting for their freedom. A set of people under subjugation. I can see one of our leaders, Maazi Chidebere Obiukwu, Maazi Chukwu Goziegi. Thank you guys for your great work towards the piloting of this great movement. I welcome you to this program. So, when you think, I made a post, is it this morning or yesterday? If you think God is not with us, you are lying. If you think the spirit of Biafra is not at work, you are making a joke. Because to me, I am somehow a bit spiritual. When I watch and monitor situation, my heart tells me the involvement of divinity in what is going on. When some people are wrongly assuming that the people leading us presently are not the talking type, are not the noise makers, the people that their voices are being heard, these are men, callous men. These are men that do not understand the program of God at this present situation. When the criminal Ekberima came, he came with noise of confusion. He made a lot of bogus statements, which is among the things that has landed him where he is up to today. I remember when he was telling Mazi, if you are not ready to lead, take a step, bow out, leave, vacate. When he was making bogus promises, telling people that he has bought private jets, war jets, that he has bought a warship, he has bought the one that flies in the air. When all these things are all empty talk, the man God chose to lead IPOB, to lead Biafra struggle in a time like this, we are quiet, walking underground. When you hear some of the misled people telling you they are underground workers, that the DOS are underground workers, yes, we agree to it, because this is what the timing is. This is what the timing is. When Nigeria even convicted Nnamdi Kanu illegally, remember, Mazi has been already gazetted as well, waiting for extradition as well as the way Nnamdi Kanu was. But Mazi was able to defeat Nigerian government because nothing was found on him. Nigerian government have no record where Mazi made any bogus statements, because he understood the timing. He learned from the past mistake. He knew what is obtainable in the international society. He understands the world politics, and he did not fall victim. And that is the same way they have navigated this struggle from trouble. Because we would have landed into a mess if not the caliber, the wisdom, inspired, divinely inspired wisdom embedded on this man. All of us, including me, at a time, there was a time I was a bit, I said, no, it's time for us to show whom we are. It's time for us to tell Nigerian government that we are this, we are that. But this man, understanding the timing, knowing how the world politics goes, they handled the situation rightly. That has protected this struggle. I have said it before. If IPOB is being prescribed in the diaspora, in the international, including UK here, somebody like me, I cannot be facing camera by now talking about Biafra struggle. Likewise, all the writers you are seeing online, all the broadcasters you are seeing. Somebody like Patrick Ikem would have packed and run away from online. Omote Biafra would have packed her bag and run away. Mazi Doziem, European rep, Mazi Nzurumike, that will be coming today to speak to us. Onya one and also ya bonya one, including this Radio Biafra, including the BTV in Italy. Things will be folded up. When we are being driven with emotion, that's in a Nigerian man anyalo. It's time for us to demonstrate whom we are. The man that understood the timing said no. That is why I am telling you, when Nnamdi Kanu came, that was his time. God made him the way he is. That's why he was able to execute that mission of sensitization upon our people, upon the world. In a time where wise strategic drives needs to be put in place, he chose men that are temperament. It's men that understood, men that have been made and designed to protect the movement. Because somebody like Nnamdi Kanu, we know no he talks. And they ma on a negaragal, on a tuono. You must say Nigeria, I'm coming for you. I am coming for you. That is the way he is made. That is the way he is made. But these guys understood this is not the time to make such threats. Because if you do, you implicate the movement. You are not only implicating yourself, but the movement. Somebody will always ask, what have this leadership, if not for any other thing, securing and protecting this movement is the greatest achievement so far. A living dog is far better than whatever. Had we run into problem, US prescribed us. When you listen, US has prescribed some of this, some of in the Middle East, some of the some groups. Once they start to take that step, the whole world, the whole countries will follow suit, and that will be our end. We have been able to gain ourselves in the world center stage because of our conduct, because of the way we have presented ourselves. When we speak, the world understands this is freedom fighting group. They are not terrorists. Somebody like me, I have the right to go and meet my MP here as an IPOB member. Since the abduction and the extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu, many IPOB members in UK, we have written letters to our MPs telling them about Nnamdi Kanu. We have even visited, because here the MP that covers your area, you have the right to call them, make an appointment, go. They will give you an appointment to come over in the office and meet them, and you tell them what your problem is. The MP representing Nnamdi Kanu in UK here, the Peckham, the Camberwell, and IPOB UK, we have gone to her office 2 or 3 times because it's our right. When we are going as freedom fighters, as people that have the right to agitate for their freedom, because there is no law in the land that banned us from doing so. because our rights are being protected according to the law of the land. We are not under any condemnation in the land where we operate, because they still see us as freedom fighters and not the terror, just like Nigeria has described themselves. As a result of our conduct, as a result the way the movement has continued to present themselves. Last time I have talked about IPOB engaging in community engagement in our different places of abode. Last time we saw Ireland, IPOB Ireland, being invited to the Irish National Day. Every 1st of May now, we see IPOB in Austria representing Biafra community in their National Day event. This is as a result of the manners, of the way we have portrayed and presented this movement. Last year I was in Italy, in Spain, in Malaga. I saw, what do they call it? Trophies, a kind of awards given to IPOB by the Malaga mayor. Mayor of Malaga in Spain gave IPOB Malaga awards, about 2 different awards, as a result of our community engagement. They know us as freedom fighters that wants to be free, because they have watched and see Nigerian government says they are undeniable mad, but we have not seen these men as terrorists. They are not violent. They do not engage in criminality. That is why Ekberima was in. Ekberima was in, but IPOB Finland has continued to operate. Has continued to operate. Now, let me go to what I came in here for. I do understand the concern of some of our people. Somebody like me, I don't like stretching out issues. I don't like running around the bush for a long time. But when you listen to some of IPOB media, there is something that is going on that has made us to continue to speak out. That has made us to continue to speak out. Because we are seeing a continuous attack on the movement, on the leadership. I started by saying every organization that lacks pilots ends up in shipwreck. Have you seen a plane that drives itself, even in this modern technology? We have not had that so far. Some of the trains I have seen in UK here, the DRLs, when you look at the front, you don't see a pilot, but somebody is somewhere inside controlling the engine. As a result, you still have a pilot. You still have somebody directing the train. So the same thing is applicable in every movement, and IPOB is not different. We have people at the absence of Nnamdi Kanu directing, piloting, because vacuum is a loophole. Vacuum does not, a vacuum is an emptiness. A vacuum is a confusion, because when an organization lacks a pilot, then the result of autopilot. That is why you see them in disarray. But IPOB is not the same. Each and every one of us online will attest about the squabbles going on. That I am still talking about this is because people engineering this has continued to put fire. Somebody like me, when I push a thing, I always sit back and watch. Are there withdrawals? Are people thinking? Are people involved reflecting? When you reflect and withdraw from your evil doing, somebody like me will never talk about it again. Because to err is human. To me, it's not a sin for you to err. But when you err and continue on your stand to say, Kama Africha and Ka, then somebody like me will tell you, okay, if that is the case, it's going to be continuous. We'll continue to talk about it until you cease. Especially in a struggle where the foundation laid consists of lives, consists of head. The kind of foundation Biafra struggle lego is not something personality, personal gains, personal interest, family interest will be allowed to jeopardize. Yes, we do honor people. That is why we have command and control. Hierarchical respect. The unit coordinator respects the regional. The regional respects the national. The national respects the continental. Likewise up. And that is why things has continued to go. In IPOB, as we know, Nnamdi Kanu, unfortunately, is where he is. In every organization that has structure, the next people that comes up are the ones that takes over, directs the movement, lead the movement in their own capabilities. And these are the people we have, as we call them, the leadership, the DOS leadership. That among them, they have their head, they have their deputy, they have different cadres of positions among them. Why am I bringing this? Some weeks ago, I made broadcast because we have continued to see deliberate attacks on the IPOB leadership. This thing has lasted too long. Somebody like me, I thought with time it's going to stop. But what we continue to see is that the attack is not stopping. Rather, it has continued to increase. And some people that have some privileged information knew where the attack is coming from. Initially, I was among the first voice that voiced it out, that all these things we are seeing today is coming from Nnamdi Kanu. I have said it on my broadcast. Some people did not like it. Some people did not believe it. Some people hated me for it. But it's becoming clearer day by day. I wouldn't have said it, but I decided to say it because it has lingered on. It has continued. This thing has continued more than 5 years. Nnamdi Kanu was abducted, extraordinary rendition. Before Nnamdi Kanu was disappeared by the Nigerian government, he set up a leadership in every organization is always like that. The directors, leads, the managers, pilots, unit supervisors get down. Each of them have the heads, the departments which they lead. Nnamdi Kanu, this is the way he set up the structure. But when he went in, he refused the application of that structure right from the beginning. That is why when we say it, we continue to talk about it, because he has continued to insist. If Nnamdi Kanu is not insisting in his own bid being done, Makachuku, somebody like me will never talk about that man. I will never. In the normal ground, Nnamdi Kanu is somebody many of us trusted, many of us loved, because of the way he gathered us, because of the momentum he raised. As far as Biafra struggle is concerned, he earned our honor. Not only respect, he earned honor. That is why somebody who's, during rallies and protests, you see people kneeling down, lifting hands up, singing, "Holy, holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another savior." Because we believed in him. We saw what he did towards the restoration of Biafra. That is why some people even vowed to die for them. Many has dedicated and laid their lives for Nnamdi Kanu. When the Nigerian government, the military, invaded his hometown in Afarogun, 28 men went for Nnamdi Kanu, unarmed. These are the men that believed so much in him. They believed to die for him, even without arms. They withstood the military. Armed military, they stood, let them shoot. And 28 of them fell. The recent one that has continued to glue on my brain in Aba, 2022, the 2022, that first March, we were told more than 50 of them fell. Nigeria that banned the activities of seeing us carrying our flags, talking about our freedom. These young men, these are young men. I saw them, we saw them, we all saw them. They are young men dressed in Fendi. Violated the Nigerian law. The Nigerian policy, it's not their law, because law covers you to do a protest, but violated Nigerian illegal stand against us and came out with our flags, protested for Nnamdi Kanu, and over 50 of them went for it. These are men that decided to lay their lives for Nnamdi Kanu because they believed so much on him. They trusted him. They accepted to die instead of Nnamdi Kanu. Go. Now, when we look at all these foundations that has been laid, do we talk about all the rallies Nigerian government has opened arm on our members? Obi Ibuha, on a Chankmo, Aba, a lot of them. Our foundation is so sacred that anybody will vow to protect, to secure. And this is the same foundation that we are seeing now. And people are vowing that it must have to be tampered. If their will is not done, then see Michi When you wanna pack, yeah? When you wanna pack and go. Our name will between Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and this present leadership. A lot of us would like to side for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu because in the past, he is the man that we built relationship with. He is the man that was speaking to us. He is the man that is piloting. But the reason why some of us now, including me, is saying no. I have get involved, Siana Nimi, investigate what is going on in order for me to make a decision. Each time somebody calls me into a problem, before God and man, no matter how close I am with you, I always put out my personal attachment with you with all honesty. Look, go into the situation and make my stand. Awangi nekwe mwake edakwale this way. Why not do it that way? Since 5 years ago, Ghana Agwanye that the DOS are disrespecting Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That the DOS are not obeying Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And we have continued to check. Because somebody like me, when I look and see those areas you are not obeying Mazen Nnamdi, somebody like me, obey this man. Respect this man. But I have critically looked into the areas Asia call for disobedience. That is why I have continuously to stand to say that this call of obedience is nothing but on a personal gains. It is not in the collective gain and protection of Biafra struggle. It is not. Some of you that thought this issue started today, you are making a lot of mistakes. It didn't. It started straight away. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu went in. Straight away. When there were issues of Madam Oyibo taking over IPOB, some of you might not understand what went on. Barrister Jofo was the one going front and back with messages. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you constituted a leadership that you call them administrators. In all honesty, you know when at your absence, this man leads. But immediately you went in, all you thought is a way of devolving power away from them. That even at a time, Madam Oyibo was asked that she is the one the leadership is being handed over to. These are the messages they were sending Ejiofor. Ejiofor, send this to Madam Oyibo. She's the one in charge. IPOB worldwide is on her hand. This is a woman that is not in the leadership cadre of IPOB. But as a result of distrust hard on the people you set up, all the plan is to diverge away power from them. Warring away power to a woman who just you single-handedly picked her to manage finance. And that is why that criminal was able to carry our ESM money and run away unchallenged. Unchallenged. How do you challenge her? Because the setup was so porous. The setup was excluded from the structure of IPOB. This is one of the major problems the movement experienced and has continued to experience the effects up to today. Because when you set up a movement, you set up the leaders, but you willingly, cleverly excluded financial departments from the operations, line of operations of the leadership. They had no stake. They had no power. Even the power to look is taken away from them. The power to know is taken away from them. When immediately you went in, Madam Oyibo was being fronted. And that was the initial thing they were using Ejo for. Because Ejo has not been a member. He doesn't even understand the setup. But he saw himself as a legal representative of the man that leads IPOB. Anytime he sent a message, he go and deliver. Until he gets to the time when he was then asked to come and make an announcement to dissolve the leadership. He has to withdraw. This is not what he came for. He came to represent you legally in the court and not to be a messenger of destruction, because he would have been a messenger of destruction. But he used his initiative to withdraw. The same mistake from Oyibo taking over a whole IPOB worldwide. We landed, take over the radio. Still single-handedly decision making even went in. As a result of distrust of the people leading, that gave birth to emergence of Ekbenuma. Anye kanokwana ofure Ekbenuma, the effect of the atrocities of Ekbenuma. Before anya catch up with the effect of Ekbenuma na ahụ anyị, oga will take so long. Because some of our people, especially in the Imo communities, are still looking at us as the destroyers, the invaders that destroy their communities. Because the name of IPOB and ESN were used to commit a lot of atrocities by the men used by Ekbenuma. That is why immediately Ekbenuma and Oyibo merged. Immediately. Because Oyibo has been told she's the one in charge of IPOB worldwide. Ekbenuma is the one to take over Radio Biafra to be speaking. So they believe the power, the might has been willed to them. That's why they sidelined the leadership, the DOS. That's why some days ago I was saying this DOS, it looked like you guys are innocent. You have clean hands. They went through a lot of things. They suffered many things. But they were not destroyed. They were not destroyed. The issue of Ekbenuma and Oyibo went. Nnamdi Kanu continued to meddling because he wants his will be done At times, when I look at the way he pushes it, at times I don't feel like blaming him. Because this is a man that has continued to have his will done in the last 10 years, unchallenged, undisputed, unargued. His words are law. If he tells you you must go, you will go. If he tells you to stand, you stand. That is why he can no longer believe it. That the same way and pattern he was doing this is the same way he's agitating for it to continue. But these people that now late are doing it otherwise. That is where some of us got involved to understand exactly what is going on. This allegation on these men in the DOS that they are disobeying Nnamdi Kanu, is it true? We looked to understand. I asked questions. I called people to understand what is going on. All the presentations, all the things, the areas are all focused on what benefits persons, family, and not what benefits IPOB as a movement. Anybody that resides in abroad, especially people that have stayed long, worked so long in a public department, somebody like me, I have been on public service in UK here for more than 20 years now. I understand the way these guys think, the way they operate. Anytime an office or a task is assigned to you to perform, you are being held accountable of anything that goes wrong in that assignment. That is why if you don't have a capacity to handle any task, you have the right to stick up your hand to say, I don't have enough training. I don't have enough manpower. I'm not in a position to handle this. Because despite whoever that asks you to do it, once you accept it, anything that goes wrong, you will go down for it. These people in the leadership are under oath, like many of us. Under an oath to protect Biafra struggle. To be loyal to Biafra struggle. Our main loyalty is in the protection of the struggle, not in the protection of personality. Man is selfish in nature. Man on a chon form for juagba. Man wants to gain higher and higher, and Nnamdi Kanu is not different. All throughout the period Nnamdi Kanu was out, he has been the one taking decisions for IPOB. He has been the one piloting, doing one thing or the other, handling, controlling finances, doing one thing or the other. But when he went in, he still wants the same pattern to continue. Now, when such allegiance is not being seen, it has turned out to become a war. What you are witnessing going on now, this is a battle going on. A battle that says, since you cannot do my will, you must go down. This battle, since how many years ago go on, it's been going on underground. Mama Pugonegu, it has surfaced that it can no longer be hidden. It's no more hidden. Even the leadership, in order to protect the personality of Nnamdi Kanu, has continued to hide it until it has got to the stage where they need to start to share little information to people they are leading. That is why you had some of the things came out in the last broadcast of Nnamdi. It was just a little, because they still have that respect, that honor to protect Nnamdi Kanu. Despite Nnamdi Kanu is not doing that on them. Rather, he is jeopardizing them. Rather, he is setting up groups, boys and girls, to attack and destroy. This same attack has lingered on. If Barrister Jofo was not careful to understand his role in the life of Nnamdi Kanu, 2022, Ejiofor would have come out to make an announcement that Nnamdi Kanu has dissolved the DOS leadership. That was one of the assignments he was given to do. But he weighed the complications. He did not yield to it. He understood that no movement survives in vacuum. There will be people leading. And not only people leading, people that has been in the structure, that understand what the movement is all about. People with experiences. People that have been on the ground. People that have been in the movement for years, that understood what has happened in the past, what is going on now, and what they are envisaging to happen tomorrow. When we had the announcement last year that says Ejiofor is the reason why Nnamdi Kanu was still inside, is a way of frustrating Ejiofor, way of jeopardizing him. Because Nnamdi Kanu believes so much on absolute power. He believes in, as far as him as the supreme leader, nobody disputes him. Nobody disputes his assignment. Whatever task he issues out to you, you must have to accomplish it. And if you don't do, or set alage up, people to destroy you, people to bring you down. And it is as a result of this latest one that has now raised so many dust. Because Ejiofor some weeks ago, we are getting some attack. They started to post invoices. They said they were used to pay him. Different invoices. If you should be honest to yourself, you should have asked what really triggered that move. If not a way of destroying a man that refused to carry out a selfish interest. A selfish interest. And the absence of Nnamdi Kanu, over $700,000 mapped, contributed for ESN, was swallowed as a result of porous financial setup. These men in charge have They do not only have the responsibility of leading IPOB, they have the responsibility of protecting IPOB, protecting lives of members. Is inclusive on the responsibilities of DOS to protect lives of comrades, to protect the structure. That is why even in the midst of provocations, they did not allow the movement to collapse. They protected the movement from international prescriptions. That is why, despite on the interest as a kick, despite the kick on the push of Nnamdi Kanu, they resisted that IPOB finance must be safeguarded, must be protected. Must be protected. When Madam Oyibo carried the one she went away with, Nne Nayanya carried the one she went away with, many of us could not question the DOS because they were not the ones that handed money over to these women. They were not the ones that set up such porous, fraudulent financial setup. But if anything goes wrong now, who draw her question. When it comes to callous destructions of life of members, anytime her take a decision that jeopardizes somebody like me, why did you take such decision? Why did you risk people's lives? When more than 50 men, boys and those young men in Aba were killed, we thought they were sent by the DOS until the DOS cleverly came out to say their hands are not it. These are the guys that decided to do this on their own. Even Kananta was already pointing at the DOS. You have killed them. You have killed them. Meanwhile, the DOS did not approve such protest. They did not approve it. They did not risk the lives of those youths. These are the youths that took a decision. This is what they want to do. And many of them went down for it, unfortunately. This is when accountability comes in. Nnamdi Kanu has continued to make a push that you obey. If money cannot be handed over to Nnenayanya that doesn't do that is not accountable, if Kanonta is not allowed to have his way by appointing national coordinators he likes, then sink the boat. Sink the boat. I have said it before, and I will continue to say it. Some of these guys, they are using to talk on the media. These guys are being engineered into this work. You see them doing. These guys are not working alone. When you listen to what they are saying, it will tell you that somebody, DOS member, took a risk of sending somebody from diaspora to go and see Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto. Immediately after conversations with Nnamdi Kanu, conversation that took place between two of them, that man has not left Sokoto, but the content of their conversation already is on social media. ewepụtagie ka eweli na agba DOS saga. Eweli na agba ya saga. Because a man vowed, you must have to do my will. I am the supreme almighty leader. You must obey. This is the result of what we are seeing today. Nnamdi Kanu wants his will to be done on IPOB. But the will of Nnamdi Kanu is nothing but on a personal gains, personal interest, family interest. It is not in the benefit of the struggle. It takes us nowhere. It takes us nowhere. It takes us nowhere. That is why he has continued to insist that the DOS must go down. Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor refused to make an announcement that the DOS has been dissolved. Nnamdi Kanu continued to walk his way of sidelining the DOS. They initiated introduction of Harvard as the people that knows the way to Biafra. That one did not go too well. He initiated 100 men. Covert creation of faction. Covert creation. Before that, he cleverly made the then public media and publicity secretary, Biafra. Biafra has all along been the IPOB media and publicity secretary. But in effort to sideline the DOS, he was cleverly made the IPOB spokesperson. It was Barrister Nnamdi Ejiofor that came with that announcement that Powerful is now the IPOB spokesperson. Because this is what Nnamdi Kanu wanted to sell to Biafrans, sell to Nigerian media, so that the only voice that you hear, that you obey, coming as a IPOB is only the voice of Powerful. So that he continued to speak through Powerful. So that when at a time Powerful came out and tell you that IPOB has abandoned Nnamdi Kanu in the last 5 years, they have not given him penny. That it is Avid giving him money. Therefore, our people should start to support Avid. That is Nnamdi Kanu speaking. This is what he wants to tell IPOB. This is how he wants to lead IPOB through Powerful. So that anything Powerful writes, the whole Nigerian media, the world will carry it as IPOB speaking. We, the members, will take it as IPOB head speaking. So that one did not work. Nnamdi Kanu has tried several ways to sideline the DOS. He wanted his will to be done. He wants to be the sole appointee, the only person that appoints coordinators, the only person that appoints who you give money. Already, there's already problem with the ones he appointed. Oyibo carried her own and ran away. Nnenayanya withdraw the millions in the one she's handling together with Kanu. The conversations of all these messages we are being sent front and back to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He is involved. He knows all things. When he insisted that the German National Coordinator must go, several messages were sent to him to explain things. But because he wants nobody to see what is going on in IPOB finance, he wants it to be only between him from where he is and then Nayanya. He insisted National Coordinator in Germany must go. He insisted the former National Coordinator in Italy must not be sacked. Despite the former one in Italy emptied IPOB account. Every day he was withdrawing 1,000, withdrawing 1,000 until it gets so big. Kanu came over, carried the money and went. No accountability. The DUS made decision to protect IPOB. Protection of IPOB is applicable to protection of Biafra struggle. Because as far as Biafra struggle is concerned, it is IPOB leading. Anytime IPOB goes down, Biafra struggle has gone down. The protection of our people has gone down. These are the areas the DUS has become the DSS. This is now the name. When you want to kill Wanketa, they have presented them in different manners. They have told them that they are working with politicians. The so-called more powerful has even wrote it in one of the press release to tell you that the DOS members wants to overtake Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They want to overthrow Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They are working with the politicians. These are the ways Mazen Nnamdi Kanu wanted to blackmail the DOS. In the past, he has been so successful on this. Because Otto Hanagaka, Biafrans will come after you. The media world only want to neti. Ebu haleba picture ge. Baba gi onyush sabotua egbenima. This, that, and that. But it looks like I said, if you think it's not the Spirit of God working, you are a joker. Biafra struggle is a divine project. This movement will go down. If the hand of God is not in this movement, this present attack on this DOS would have materialized. And once these guys go down, do you tell me who then directs IPOB? Who then directs Biafra struggle? It's going to be Kanu being used by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in proxy. People of personal interest, family interest, power interest, financial personal interest. People that wants to build themselves and not the Biafra struggle. People that are already living large at the detriment of the contributors. People already using €500 when they see of it offer. 1 pot of soup. It came from the one that the in-law. In-law with mental retardedness that should be on medication. Each time he comes, you see him hailing in Nnamdi, telling you na Nnamdi kajara kaja. That he benefits well from Nnamdi. What he benefits, is he Nnamdi's personal money? No. This is Ipob money. It was of recent. Biafran child was saying that even the court, they are going in Germany. That this master prophet is among the ones that sign signature. The money belongs to them. Including the wife and Kanu. It is Kanu's family business. It cannot be taken away from Nnamdi. Nobody should know. Nobody should see. All on personal ground. All on personal ground. What you see media warriors fighting, Ogo, some of us now, it's not because we don't like Nnamdi. I have said it before. If there are anybody to choose between Nnamdi and the DOS, many people will choose Nnamdi because he has been the one that built relationship with Biafrans for years. He has been the one leading, the most voice speaking. We had relationship with him through his Radio Biafra programs. He became the savior we saw. He became our orator, our advocate. And the only savior, another savior. But people that has been honest, standing on the truth, where see, is not in the interest of Biafra struggle. Nnamdi Kanu wants to gain it all. He wants to continue to use or pilot the struggle as an individually owned. As an individually owned. That's why some people in that they are family business. Because of the way he was leading it and he wanted to continue to lead it. This problem is only able to be surfaced because he was not in view. Now the people out became the errands, the legs, the hands. The legs he has that works for him. The hands he has that works for him. The mouth he has that speaks for them. That is why now every day you see what Kanu was writing. He has continued to write. What Kanu writes is nothing of his own. He is writing the will of Nnamdi Kanu. When he went to Italy to carry money, Ipob money, Nnamdi Kanu was made away. The DOS sacked the national coordinator that we are withdrawing 1,000 euro every day. Nnamdi Kanu insisted that the man must be replaced. Nnenayanya, despite jeopardizing men on the ground. When there are emergency financial need, she refuses. This is the money that is not yours. This is the money that is not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's. Money belonging to the organization. Where you are being asked to send the money is not even to the DOS members, direct to the people that need that money. But you will refuse. You will refuse. Because you guys don't care about the lives of others. Even if you know what you still insist that you will not release money. Because lives of others doesn't matter. Also, the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu matters. So the more we na chip to the more we keep on talking. Somebody like me would have withdrawn from this. I don't like running around one issue for so long. But the more we look, the more we still see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on a fisi baka. DOS must go down. China Sanwo-Olu must be destroyed. Chike Doziem Ketas was a threat. They are non-issuing threat. Agebufugi. Igaun. Ige-menkewa. And these are the things. Ijimarabu, some of our unguarded comrades. But these are the things. They are now redefining the struggle. This is not what we represent. This is who we are not. And you want to issue threat. Threat ibu mad. No. It's far from us. Especially ndonke umunani. We are not part of it. Because when you drink the blood of your brother, you are drinking your own blood. Yeah, bro, we don't believe in that. We don't stand on it. And that is why we continue to believe on God for his protection on this movement. And he has continued. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in earnest, this fight I may engage or gaha walk. It's not going to work. Because what you wanted is continuous running of IPOB as family business. What you wanted is a luta continua. It is not only DOS refusing. IPOB Global Family has said no to family business. We have said no to management of IPOB finance by Nnamdi. We have said no. Even though Nina Abane insists it must happen, but we are also insisting. We are insisting that it will never happen. It is not in the interest of the movement. We know you are gaining. We know you are feeding fat from it. Your family are living, your siblings are living well with it. But it's a problem to the family. It's a problem. If DOS will not be allowed to pilot this movement, we are not ready to embrace whatever covert men you want to present. You have tried in different ways since the abduction. I started from Madam Oyibo. Ejiofor would have announced Madam Oyibo as the leader of IPOB worldwide. Ejiofor was running on that errand until at the time as onye nwoke Igbo mujuru mmiri ala afọ started to think na ozi ọ na-eje adịọkwanụ right. When the DOS refused the Ekperima inye slot because Ekperima vowed that he's not going to abide by the code, the DOS then refused. Then he will not speak on the radio. Nnamdi Kanu went back again to send message to Ekperima. Don't worry, you will be on your platform. I will be giving you messages to be telling Biafrans. All these things, there are people that are very good. They will set up people that is in charge. But on top of that, the leader will, on one way or the other, be setting up rivalries. Let's set up machineries that he or she is going to be using to counter, to work against the leaders he set up. I've happened to have a manager with such motives. What she does, she will call you and present to you that she likes you and be telling you things about other colleagues in order to win your mind, in order to win your alliance with her. Then she, on her side, will go back behind you again to build other alliances. She'll be telling those other ones, you see this woman, I don't want to with you. We'll be checkmating her. So Obiago is a cunning man way of operation. You have a leadership, but it sets Garcia up. Different people place Garcia on the unknown of the central leadership. You want to make Onyo wanna separate on the two sides, the two other groups, eyeing the leader, seeing the leaders as the bad ones. This is exactly what Nnamdi Kanu did. He set up a central leadership and set up financial structure differently and mandated the different structure he set up. Never you work with the central line leaders. Never you interact with them. Never you obey them. Never you listen to them. All your obedience is on me. All your alliances is on me. All your reporting is on me. You have nothing to do with these people. These guys are boys in Ebuhali portfolio on a diplomatic ihena na ihena. Oh, mono na Ipob. These are the mindsets of the financial structures Nnamdi Kanu sets in place. And that is why to these women, they don't believe in DOS. They have no regards for the DOS. They have no respect for the DOS. The people that recorded Madam Oyibo, when she was, I would say here, you can hear what she was saying. The people that recorded the one they call secretary, the young girl in US, the secretary to Nnamdi Kanu, it was Omote that was playing the voices of that girl. You can hear what she was saying with her mouth. She even have no respect for the wife of Nnamdi Kanu. But this is the way Nnamdi Kanu set up his way. Instead of confiding his trust, his power on the legal representative he set up in place. Come on, you build Garcia cabals. Just in with the confusion, right, left, center. Some of the things Nnamdi Kanu was telling that young girl will be a lot of information about Nnamdi Kanu. And ụmụaka kita enwero imetu ya aka n'ala echi na ọpụta ọkọlụ na the supreme leader pịara ya aka n'ala na ebosi wee kanjo. Ogwagi that na supreme leader slept with her. These are the implications you get when you don't want to live straight. This same girl won't separate a lot of things against the marriage of Nnamdi Kanu. And these are the things I call here. These are the things, instructions here. The same girl was the girl that was listing names of DOS members to be sacked. This is a secretary. What I is already telling people, so watch, and Nnamdi Kanu is going to sack so. Building structures, different structures that does not align with the central structure you build. Covert ways of building factions and rivalries. I don't go into personal life because it belongs to you. Also, so your wife will need the questionable. But the involvement of this young girl, both being in custody of your passport, being in custody of some of the secret informations, and the they will tell somebody immediately. They have no secret. Ila yo put obia call on mad and ela qualia. Imetu ya canal or call on the mad and imet Korea canal. Okay, that he knows you, he holds your life, he controls you, he tells you come out. But these are personal. I don't like going into personal thing. But when it gets across to people is when it concerns the movement. And that is why many of us are now talking about it. Because what you wanted to achieve is on your own benefit and not the benefit of IPOB as a movement. The same distrust on the structure you laid in place. The same structure you laid in place as a result of distrust, you wanted to plant in Madam Nka no US, Ofundi US, that woman, Madam Bridget Okaf. Because in Acho, onye gana batalo gasere, onye gana inyo, you wanted to plant watchdogs against the DOS. Imekata ma nka no nuno, Benjamin Nnamdi. The annoyance, the grievances Nnamdi is still nursing up to today is because he was not allowed to join the DOS. Because you like to plant spies. Ichoro ino n'ime bet ichoro ka ntị gị mara ihe niile na ime DOS. You tried to here. Madam Okaf. Even when Nnamdi, when information reached to you, this is what Nnamdi committed. That a man that has that tendency of trying to present IPOB or present himself as IPOB leader in order to benefit financially or gain whatever from the politicians. Such person cannot be trusted. Such person can leak out information to the enemies Even despite that, you still want him in. Because natural plants gas people that will be favoring your own will. That will protect your selfish interest. Protect your selfish interest. Now, what you guys are now presenting to us now, this DOS and non-DSS, they are working with the DS. I don't know. You guys keep on making different presentations and when you say that Nnamdi DSS agent, but you cannot present what they have done against the movement or even against you. These men are the men that won your case via Ozokome and Ejiofor. So you wouldn't say na Hekwero, they refused to work for your release. They did. But you refused. You decided to work with your siblings. Yes, I know some people will have more attachments to his or her siblings. But if that is your attachment, then fine. But still do not still want to plan the destruction of the leaders, of the DOS members. Because they did not allow your will be done in IPOB, despite where you are. Despite the fact, each time you send messages, they always respond, explaining things to you, telling you the effect, the consequences of those decisions. It must be done. I don't blame you, because for years you have lived like that. Your supremacy has ruled. But what we are saying in earnest, these men now are the people we are going to hold responsible in case of anything. If these men succumb to your will, anything that goes wrong, Biafrans are holding them accountable. And that is why they are being careful. Instead of jeopardizing the movement, let it be that they are disobeying you. They have allowed time to make you understand their stand. Not because they want to disobey you, but because those things you are asking them to do is not in the interest of our people. Recently, what you guys want now, can the DOS name command for comrades back home to start to come out to do protest? The same young men and women has died in this same process. Somebody like me can never be happy if somebody dies because of me. It will kill me more. But to you prefer people to die for you. You want them to be taking risk. Of yena chipota so mwaka na iro come and burn flag. Holy, 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 holy. No. Biafrans will hold them accountable. If anything happens, mad. These are mad now. Most of them are mad now. These are people's husbands, people's children. Everybody has one head. Only one is a monster. People runs away from you. So how do you want your own life to be spared and others gone? Because you want to remain the supreme. Not because no one can try hard that you'll be released. No. Over 50 that died in Aba. Have you been released? No. DOS has the responsibility to protect lives. Ode mademo aga meso na ndi ga-ehu odo ha accountable if there are unwanted deaths in our place. If there are any place where protests can be done for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, it is safe being done in diaspora, not in Biafra land. Or death trap. Okumu mmadu udi ha. Okumu mmadu na ada. But you don't care. Just care about you. Comrades akpuje siringa different prisons. No hair bahu. But you want all the attention. Focus on you. You want all the money. Focus on you. You want to tell the world that IPOB has abandoned you by not giving you penny. But you had IPOB over €1 million on you. But you don't care. You don't even ask. Kedu our people no gas in a prison is that money left in the purse that are being used to facilitate the lawyers going for the release of this our comrades? It's all about you. It's all about you. Their lives doesn't matter. Lives of people doesn't matter to you. Only your own life. You don't even care about how we maintain the ESN. All you care who ego si butewe ego bunyewegi bunyewe kanonta ha bunyewegi. No. Ndị na-atụkwa ego a ike na-agwụkwafa. Because these are men that are hustling. These are men who na-alụ kwa 12-hour shift. Ọkwa ihe na-alụ. That's what I do. 12-hour shift. By the time I come back, I am naked. Adam. Tired. People are suffering. We are not blocking it anywhere. But to you, I believe you see Butebiye. To you, we believe in taking care of you as the leader. But you need to have it in mind. There are other needs we are taking care of. What you set it up, ESN. Should we abandon them? Anya game abandon because all money belongs to you. Those don't know prison. Now Sokoto you are there as the king of Sokoto. We know all these things. You are being looked after. You are being respected there. You are far better off than umundo to anya madamaro whom they are. Any day actually repented Boko Haram practice here how to shoot. They will bring them out and use them as experiment in order to show the repented Boko Haram on how to shoot people. That's how people's children. And I walk on how to get them out. Your Obasarogi doesn't concern you. Oh, so gima. Si butebe go. Bunyebegi, bunyebendo to give munnegifa. It doesn't work that way. Biafrans are standing with this DOS because we saw the area you are complaining that they are disobeying you. It is total protection of the movement. Father Azego Akbaha Chike Doziemo is not on salary. Nzurumike is not on salary. None of them is not on salary. If we all want to have on a salary, I think okay. Ndana kwa onye wana na azokwa nkie. Nnamdi Kanu na azo nkie. Ndana. But these guys are not. They are not. They want to make sure that the services of the movement are being met. But you just care about you. You and you and you alone. Others can go to hell. Others can rot in the hell. It's all about you. Una go to mismanage your fortune. IPOB fortune has been mismanaged by you and your family. You guys cannot DOS akananya. I don't know what you guys want us to do. Should we die? Do we die then? Because Nnamdi Kanu is being held. You know it within you. You didn't travel to Kenya with anything that has to do with Biafra or IPOB. Has nothing to. What the one year no we develop secretary on a wapu gafro. On a lot of revelation about you. Even now we hang the Kanya Magido got a cake with all these things. But the more we try to cover these things in there, because another your will and hitch or okay, it will make a rap some of the things. Some of the things are beginning to come out because you refuse peace to reign. You refuse peace. And I make a meeting. You come and be addressing them. How can you be doing this? You are working against the group you set up. You are working against the leadership you set up. Anything that happened between you and the DOS, all these things. Will you now rubbish the movement? But you believe that you sanctuary that must be honored and remain sacred. Then others can be destroyed. No. That we are even still talking about these things because of your resistance. We've waited all these things. Is all geared up against the leadership. See rubbish her out. If we rubbish them out, who then stands? If anybody is bearing the burden and the pain of all these things, it's you. By this time, the movement, members, media warriors should be championing your release. Even none of them is even talking about you. None of them is even talking about the extraordinary rendition against you. By now, your pictures should be going far and near. And I call on what the Nigerian government did to you. And you know you built great media team. IPO IPOB has the finest. When you talk of the writers, when you talk of the broadcasters, you build the best. Known criminals. And you think these guys can save you. They cannot, because they have nothing. They got content. When you weigh their engagements online, you can see these guys cannot even stand to represent you. They can't talk about you. They can't write about you. Who among them can make great expositions on the atrocities of Nigeria against you? Because they go be work all the media warrior is set it up as when you have the opportunity to talk during the court days, you don't talk about IPOB. Rather, you know how you know vid in a rising sun. When you are doing all these things, you are sending messages to us. You are telling us that we go better people, we go the people that can speak for you. And what we can only do, let them speak for you. Let them talk about you, which they are not doing. Rather, what they are doing is irrelevant things online. Because Hannah no go to destroy DOS, which is a mission impossible. It will not happen. It will not happen. In earnest, if you continue to work harder to destroy, we cannot stand and watch. Anyị ga na-etinye ọnụ n'iya. Na anyị na-etinye ọnụ n'iya doesn't ọ naghị atọ anyị ụtọ. We don't take delight in it. But we do speak as a way of exposition to people that do not understand what is going on. Some people now here delve into your private life. I don't like it. I don't like it. Because you have your wife, is a woman that should be protected. Man, some of these guys is out of frustration because Nahan, they know how you are using some of these guys in our analog, how you are using them, how you are passing information to them. You send messages, you are encouraging them. So you may try to encourage those that cannot control how busy you put your private life online. I don't like it because now you still have your wife here. Our people will say na ifere melonis. Now, it's you that should be ashamed of yourself. It's you. Because he has your family of former. And these things are handing the people, but actually I go via to protect you. Mana can protect zigi, you know, this you need jeopardize, you need post things. You need use a threat. Now, some people in the DOS aka. No, honey boogie, actually boogie, honey making, and the says, I'm not doing anything against you. Now, one do buburi your matanisi. Mano since he be dona no sign or go your one hands up. I can't even remember when last I have talked about you. I have posted about you. You don't need to say no, so the movement or you are fighting the movement. In our wasn't that we are nothing, we are non-entities. Look at us, a different 100 men get restored Biafra. That means the one I may we have been fooling ourselves, including people that are going on rallies and protests, including the financial contributors, that we are all stupid. It's no more us that will restore Biafra. You now know when the case may. Okwagi Jakagi destroy the house you built. You are the one destroying the house. I said this some weeks ago. Some people are beginning to understand it. Because of what the spirit of Biafra not at work. This is not the making of man. This is not the work of the DOS. DOS do not mobilize media warriors against you. They do not tell us, say this, say that. No. What you are seeing is the spirit moving people. Spirit of Biafra. They move men and women. Mandema so and I'm talking. The stammerers are talking well, okwan. Nde dalo obi na-ekuzi okwu. Mande ade mebu broadcast. I haven't been a broadcaster. Even up to today, I still don't see myself as a broadcaster. But here am I now. It's a broadcast. Because of the issues going on. Because of the issues going on. I will be bringing this broadcast to an end. Unless if anybody has anything to say. Though I didn't put in my number. Please just give me 2 minutes. I drink a lot of... Give me 2 minutes, please. I'll be back in 2 minutes. If you have anything to contribute when I come back, please just give me 1 minute. So, if anybody has anything to contribute to the program, you are very free to call. Okay, somebody is calling already. Okay, let me pick this call. Yeah, good afternoon and welcome to the program here. I hope, okay, yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
I want to add my voice to the program. Sometimes people don't understand what we're doing. I am Mazu.
Oh, Biafran child, welcome to, I thought I saved your number. Why is it not showing? Welcome to the program. Watching one of us, great man is speaking.
Thank you, Dada.
Okay.
Sometimes when we're speaking, some people don't understand why we have to voice out. Of course, sometimes I try to calm my voice, but I don't know sometimes why my voice has to be raised because of the pain that I'm having. This is a complete heartbreak. You understand? I never expect this, and it's not that we are not trying to patch this. It's not that we are not trying to cover this. Some people like us, we knew about all these things. Not today, not yesterday. For over 4 years, 5 years, I have told the people of Biafra, after the kidnapping of 1 year, I've been able to get to personal secretary to them. I keep on saying this. I deal with these people for over 2 to 3 months. We were discussing. Even though I gave some numbers because I was trying to tell you that I want to needed to cover are those people that gave out massive Africa. To the extent that the lady will be telling me the kind of money that this woman is bringing, that she would not even believe where she is getting that money from. That the woman living, that what she has learned is telling me they are living together in America, and she understands the situation of America, and she understands the average income of American people. How would this woman get this money? That is what they want to hear massive African out. So, Ada, we are trying to educate our people, explain to them. Sometimes some people may tell you, what is the matter? The matter here is that our money and those that have sacrificed on this Biafra restoration project, we have a lot of our people in dungeon, in police custody, in prison. Who are those taking care of them? Why is that? We are going to contribute money because when we are talking about this money, some people don't understand. In this struggle, as it stands today, in our struggle of Biafra, money is the most important. Because when you look at it, our leader himself is not that his father is a wealthy person. He's not a wealthy person like us. So that will say, okay, he's the one that's doing this. Even though do you know that our internal leader, Ipob, would have brought his father money to fight for, to save our people in 1967 to 1970. People are still blaming him. Although he brought his father's money, but there's some ways that contributed money. You know, sometimes I don't know why when you are talking to people, because some of them are not contributed. Some of them are not informed. They will not turn around and begin to tell us otherwise when they are contributed money and our money is missing. And they want us to keep quiet that it's nothing. What of our people today in PSN dungeon in prison? People that have lost their wives, lost their kids, their fatherless, their parents, they have nothing. Some people compete, family is wiped out. And some people are here telling us stories. Some people are telling us that they know what case they're there. Nnamdi Kanu brought out Simon Eber. According to talent, not that we don't know this. I have said it before. The reason why we fought Simon Eber is not because we don't know. We want Simon Eber not to attach himself with Ipob. You understand what I'm saying? Even though before Nnamdi Kanu traveling to Kenya, after he was kidnapped, I tend to understand that Nnamdi Kanu even don't care about the TOS. But let me tell you something. You know, in this law, I don't believe in superstition, but I believe that sometimes when you're a good person, you are good. It does not matter what it is. So, when Nnamdi Kanu abandoned these people are still working. But I'm telling you, these people are crying inside because they don't understand and they don't want to leak it out. Even though we media personnel, we don't even understand what is going on inside the house. We just believe everything that is said on social media. That is the way it is. Just imagine that sometimes when we are talking about it's not about money. Money is what is going to help us to bring out some of our people in prison. Money is also what is going to help us to cover for some of our people that have lost their loved one. The same money is the one that is going to help us to feed those people that, nothing for them anymore. They have lost everything. Why some people are coming here telling us, why do you speak money? Do you people think that if it's not about these millions of dollars that we have committed, or do you think that we are coming here talking about money and nothing? No, nobody will talk about it. We will tell you, we have done the job, everything is over, Mazi, thank you. But where the code of condition is, where is the money we contributed? How are we going to help other people? Just imagine in Germany here, because they want only men Mariana to begin to oversee the money in our mega account. They have to, Nnamdi Kanu have to tell, he told Mazi Skolike, who is coming to you to address us. He told him, go go to lawyer, the settling government, go there and remove your name from the account. I told people the reason why these people were doing what they are doing, they have reduced them to nothing, and there's nothing they will see. Anybody that speaks, they will come and read the Biafra, they will announce your name, and when you get the smell, they will come after you. In 2 days, 10 weeks, nobody will have about you. And one again is people don't have platform to defend themselves. Are you not getting the point? People now see how this propaganda will go. They will destroy you. Media warriors will come. Nnamdi Kanu sent Mazi to remove your name. And now they brought another person. Yes, I have to tell people the truth. Sometimes you may think that this person is your friend. But being somebody that has ability to reason, you know what is obtainable. When you put that person there, the person will say, no, I'm not going to work like this. They now brought Mazi Collins to. Now they removed Mazi Collins' name. Now they gave him coordinator of all coordinator. You see how these things works. They remove you from that class. They want to promote you because they want you to move away from them. Now they brought Collins. Add Collins' name there. And they add Collins' name there. They don't even also want Collins to control it. That is why they run for 40. I want you people to understand what is playing. I want people to pay attention. Only do mess around. But some of you should start coming out and telling people that they are castigating or they are attacking. This is how we live on Hindu. Some people should go back and dissident it there. And we tell you people how we operate. So when we are talking about Hindu now, that is how we build us. So because what Ada said now, Ada said that she is not a broadcaster. Nada, this is also how we are. We are not. We practice make practice. As we are moving, you begin. That's why sometimes when I see people on media, they will be telling you that this one speaks good. I say it's a lie. You yourself can also speak more better. If practice make perfect. Every day when you are coming on podcast, you are listening, you are making research. That is when you begin to speak, people will say, oh wow, where are you getting all these things from? Or that you are making research. And that you have to make research. You don't have to base on propaganda on social media. You go out there, you speak to people, you open your line, people will call you. After your program, you will see people who are going to call you and give you some things that you don't have an idea of. You understand what I'm saying? So what we are saying is that our people should understand that this Nnamdi Kanu structured this Ipob on his own benefit, which we don't have an idea of. The reason why we're speaking out now is because all of us have understand, and I keep on saying this. A zombie cannot remain zombie forever. Or when you only want to go, you will yourself also learn. Because this is how this life is. That is why today, you will see somebody that is poor. In the next 2 days, they will tell that this person is a rich person. You will see somebody that, in Africa, I'm not talking about Europe, because in like Africa, that they don't have any insurance. Somebody can be rich, or somebody can be poor. You understand what I'm saying? So, what we are saying is for our people to understand that all we are doing is justice. We are doing justice for those that have died on this quest of self-determination or Biafra restoration project. There is no how we are going to abandon them. There is no how we are going to tell them that let us destroy Ipob now. When Mazi Nnamdi comes out, we are rolling one protest, we are going to gather again. Are you speaking to kids? Are you talking to minors? Do you know how many years we have conveyed? Do you know how many years we have talked and create awareness? So you tell me that, let us destroy it. And when you come out, do you think that people are zombies? Do you think that Biafrans are nobody? Do you think Igbo stories? That is why we call ourselves, or we say that we learn it. You will have to think deeply before you believe your workers. So after we destroy it now, we have to wait for another person to come. No, we are safe. We only don't want to follow our dreams. It's simple. But what we're saying here is that the account of our money, the money that we many contributors. But I keep on saying this, some of them don't know the reason why when I speak, I will also pipe low. Because the one in question is in case if only you do come out today, the way I will come, people will never believe it. The way I will come out, because now I will be saying direct. Only you have to do this. Only they have to go to a time is now because there's no how I, Mazoki, will be the whole country. Now will tell me that the money is only for Mazin and they come to oversee it. And I keep on saying it. I don't even know that it's only Mazin and the can. And the member one, the one that's no money. I look, man, and you know, sometimes I also blame the leaders, but I see that these people are powerless. They are powerless. Mazin and the can have grown this. You know, they are saying that people are going cabana. This is a cabana that Mazin and the can have fixed. And they understand what he's doing. Then you go to tell them that this thing happens. And we thank God that he's still alive. But then sometimes I begin to ask myself, does it mean that this thing happens to Mazin Danka was a game plan? So that they will kidnap him and take him back to Nigeria and destroy Ipob and everything's over. You know, we begin to think too much. We are beginning to think now. You know, sometimes because we are women. You understand? Like somebody, you know, yesterday came on the Kidnapping Biafra page when he was giving his contribution. He said, according to what because Kidnapping was giving some exposition that Mazin Nnamdi can balance some people, trying to tell them that he went for the diplomat in Kenya. The guy began to ask, when they got Mazin Nnamdi, and according to what he said to them, that he went for the discussion with people. How could he wear that kind of clothes when he's going to meet people, prominent people? So that means that he's doing something else on the country. Because you can tell me that they're going for diplomats and they're wearing Fendi. I begin to think about it now. People are beginning to sense. People are beginning to reason. People are beginning to ask questions. I have told them, the supreme leader we are calling on you on my own understanding. When I've been following this struggle, I've been struggle for going to over 14 years. I see that supreme that we want to prepare Nigeria. Because in Igbo land, there is nothing like supreme, no superior. We are all equal in Igbo land. Because we are Republican nation. That is why they just bring the answer. I repeat it. Supreme leader that I'm seeing that I'm calling the Mazin, and me myself, I'll stop it. Because so does it mean that they want to tell us that we want to run feudal system? Did they know what is supreme? Supreme also is the same as feudal system. One man will be commanding, one man will be saying everything. That means there is feudal system. We are not here for feudal system. We are here for democracy. Everybody come and do your own. What you think that you can do to support. But on this DOS that we have today, these people are good people. And I have mentioned it before that according to Mazin Nnamdi, he said he did not form DOS that Chukwu formed. And for him to say so, that means that Chukwu also see the heart of this evil. They can endure. Because the reason why Olio and the other people, rather than they left, they cannot endure. They cannot accept. They cannot cope. That is why they said, no, I cannot be here. But these people endured. They have patience. Because the central Italian that told Mazin Nnamdi is also the one that making them to be that patient. That in a due time, everything will begin to open. And the people of Biafra now will choose who is doing the right thing and who is doing the wrong. And I thank you very much for taking this time. Continue your job.
Biafran child, thank you for your great contribution. These are the calibers of men Mazin Nnamdi can have in the media. You know, the people that should always stand in gap. You know, to speak You know, many a times they will tell you that Biafrans has taken over the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Now, let me say it again. I've said it before. Yes, we have seen governors gone to see Nnamdi Kanu, including the governor of Abia State, a good man doing the good job for the people of Abia. But if you guys don't know, that guy is a politician. This guy might not believe in Biafra. He might not believe in the cause Nnamdi Kanu is pursuing. Yes, he has the heart for Nnamdi Kanu because he knew that Nigeria has done illegal things against him and is his brother. And he has that responsibility to go and see the man that he represents as the governor of the state. Not because he believed in the ideology of Nnamdi Kanu. Not because Governor Oti, if you put Biafra now and Nigeria and ask him to choose one and that he will choose Biafra for you, he might not choose Biafra for you. That he's talking about or he went for Nnamdi Kanu does not make him the only sole person that will speak for Nnamdi Kanu. We've seen reins, and reins don't even believe in Biafra. We've seen other politicians that have gone to see him. These guys are only going because they knew that Nigeria that has not spared anyone, and Nigeria is not going to even spare them tomorrow. They know that, but they just want to align a little bit to the truth. But here Nnamdi Kanu have people he raised, people that's assimilated with his ideology, people that believed with their life to Biafra, people that will stand for him day and night. These are the people that are now telling us that we don't matter, that we can keep quiet, others will speak. Let them continue to speak for 2 days, let's see. They can only speak once in a while and they will all disappear. IPOB is the only people Nnamdi Kanu have. When when things were going well in the case of Nnamdi Kanu, you see how media warriors were championing his case. Because he built great and strong media. Media the world respects. Media that brought BBC down. BBC in their glory was brought down by IPOB media. The media that is not on payroll, that are awake day and night, 24 hours, 7 days a week, speaking for a man. You would have imagined where the house is together. The DUS piloting, anytime Hanya directive lambast this person that is rising against him as a Nnamdi, and you see that person will go down overnight. Yawake did all these things out of selfish personal interest. You did the whole thing not on. The DUS non fight rega wuzie your enemies. IPOB members non build the up that believe so much in you, that even attribute to you what we have not even attributed the personal God that we believe in. Anya wulugonda amare he. You which in 100 men. We because the people in our enemy we are human beings. We do have senses and we reason. Oh, nye kene sonye kene ye. Ipota na neglect anya agbagi nkiti just throw hand na enege. Those people are hate but let them then stand for you and speak for you. As far as I'm concerned, many don't speak for you anymore. Even those because many of them don't have sense. Many of them even implicating you. Many of them cannot stand and expose the things behind the illegal sentence handed over to you by the Nigerian government. They came with that power. But the strong media you built do have it. Even family writers, even Umuchuku writers, even people like Emeka give to her, Anye Kings her, Chief Austin her, great writers that can write and the world will listen. Even broadcasters that can speak and the people will hear. You know, everybody know Tom and you lose the end there amare. Or lose the umaka takboro. Undige. Then Achalugo, what can Achalugo speak for you? all throughout in a joker court, the only thing I shall go and make a matter shot, show me the law. Show me the law. Because these are empty braids. Obolo koko. Obolo chicken and we hear their niece. The only thing she can do, wake one mother shower. This is the only thing. The only thing she can do. Or do we talk of in Canada, in the demented one? That refused to okay help but Colondo that you went to Kenya because of Akbiliego. Do we talk about acid hot? Acid hot, if anybody now comes with money for okay, internet where money bigger. Belle face media worry. I'm so surprised. There's something I saw. Let me read the words of that guy. That's idiot. I hate bringing these people anymore to my program because then I've watched them. They were contents. I want to even Dutch. So that's why I don't even bother about them. I don't even listen to them, honestly, anymore. Because they're in the channel, I'm really hard. But something I stumbled yesterday, what this guy wrote. Get out here. I see the heart. Hey, my goodness. I see. Biafran finance is their problem. That's why they keep crying and shouting here and there. Now, this same idiot who only run a series of program against Nnamdi. Do you know why he ran a program against Nnamdi? Because he was paid by Nnamdi enemies in US, which are Madam Oyibo and Nelly of Ebu. They gave him money that he used to rent a house, rent a flat. And he became their mouthpiece. Because he onye ego yeka. Once he hana ego, on a meka shower akuna. He hana ego back goes on the bed, goes on the floor. He go nose bo. Malibie. So all the go kita na say Biafran finance is their problem. That is why this is a guy in Wobidore Kumeka Nnaya. He was warned and cautioned. Now, the time, is not the time to talk about that. But he insisted because he was under payroll by the enemies of Nnaya. Now he's telling you that we have come here to capitalize about finance. It's so, and that's why when he talks, nobody believes him. This guy used to be among the media warriors I do listen to those times. Because that was the time I thought he was speaking the truth. But many Biafrans has known, no, he's an adamant liar. This is a guy that when he's even lying on Angurugo Soji, many people has known that he's nothing but a blackmailer. These are the mouthpiece Mazen Nnamdi Kanu want to use. He's a known liar, a known blackmailer. Biafrans wouldn't believe him because we know Niho stomach infrastructure. That's what he is. Today, on our finding a way on how to come out and start to defend Nnamdi. The same with Nnamdi, he ran series of brokers against. Because na uche ya honor agwa mi ese na honor zone onwego a reprobate mind. Onwego a reprobate mind. Nda wondi the bound for destruction. Ndi alo halotala must surely destroy them. Somebody is calling. Let me just pick this call. Let me pick this call. Where is the person calling? Can you call back, please? Okay, let me pick this call. Let me call you back.
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Solidaro. I'm calling from Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, so, looking at all this whole thing that is going on, Nnamdi Kanu is, I don't know what came over him, to tell the truth. I don't know what really came over Nnamdi Kanu. This is not a man whom we actually trusted. a man with so much belief in, a man will have so much hope in him. And man, sometimes we that are overseas over here, even Mandela, Nigeria, if we think about freedom, knowing how Nigeria has been treating us, we'll just have that hope and belief that sooner or later we'll have our own country. At the long run, there will come Nnamdi Kanu who is stabbing us. I'm not stabbed by, and where he's stabbing us is really, really hurting. The now hurts is so bad. And I start asking myself, is this the real Nnamdi Kanu, or is he a double Nnamdi Kanu like Buhari? Because I have to think and rethink and think and rethink. I'm like, if this is a Nnamdi Kanu we have known for the past almost 10 years, what has really come over here? Is this the double of him? I just don't even know how to even go about the whole situation. Because Nnamdi Kanu, you take in the morning, and you ever think in your whole entire life that Nnamdi Kanu will be the one stabbing us as it stands now? If you see that in Ango, you will forbid it. You say it's not possible. When you think about the lectures, the whole thing he's been teaching us, I'm not going for the past few days. I'm not going now. What goes on in my mind is all his teachings, everything he's been teaching us, the promises, the hope that yes, Biafra is going to come one of these days. We're going to enjoy in our own land. Yeah, was in Nnamdi Kanu now start by without even looking back. Without looking back. It hurts. And our body will be so much. And I'm over to an extent you even said to yourself, like, what did you even get yourself to? Were you charmed? I charmed to get into this kind of organization. Here in Georgia, Wokenko was the one who I took an oath through him a couple of years ago. I went to Nigeria, came back. I met with him. He told me, forget Nnamdi Kanu, only I'm not to go away and ask him. Nnamdi Kanu, said he squandered about $90,000 of ours at Atlanta here. So he convinced me, asked him, I'm not sure. Then I meet some of the one of our coordinator before this new one. And I got more put now aside. He wasn't studying Nnamdi Kanu. He was telling me so much about that man. That man, not talk to that man, not to Butasi. I ignored it. Even my wife said, one time I have to use the picture of Nnamdi Kanu, I put on my profile. He was telling me, get this your Nnamdi Kanu. I said, no, you should keep deceiving yourself. That man, I won't need therefore I gave you all this said and the other day I was just sitting back, self-reflection. I was like, look at even what my wife even told me. I have to get into education. I'm partying with him, but say anything has to do with him. I said, don't even get if you don't like him, then forget about it. Don't one thing again Nnamdi Kanu there. Now from what is going on now, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? So the whole thing is very, very hurting. But the only thing I saw was that there's only one thing that is prominent, which is change. But this change we never expected is going to come through him or from him. I am unable to see from him a leader whom we trusted so much. A lot of people laid their lives and died for this struggle. A man that said that even this IPOB that he leads, if there's any time he derail or whatever, this IPOB will abandon him. Is that not what we're doing? But yet, he is still doing what? He's still stabbing us in the back. Man, stab us in the back. There's so much you can say when it comes to this Muslim kind of situation. When you say it, you start shedding tears. I don't know as if we have been fooled all these years. A time being wasted away. The only thing I will advise is that now you guys that are coming in to educate our people, it's a good thing. Most of the people that are coming in to comment, because let them comment in a way that they're a little reasonable. A different kind of names. Now Barrier Mambasa is not a good leader, that he's not this. Let's just forget about those things. If you must criticize them in a way, okay, Jamaga, then listen, but we're not here, we didn't come here to play. We didn't hear the name of Biafra under his family. That's why we all joined him. No. It's because of Biafra, knowing so many people that died in 1967 to 1970. Most of us were not born. And now, he gave us hope to resonate this Biafra struggle. That's what we followed and joined. So then they go on and make criticize, go on and they gonna comment. People can want to a little bit of sense, not how to, because international, my friends or whatever, they're watching and seeing our attitude. And the reason why we didn't look at the DOS, how preachy it's not because we want to attack him. No, it's just because I know most of you guys that are here on this comment session, I understand that most of you don't like the social things go, you know, the way things are being run in Nigeria. The Tinubu's administration, how people are standing on his useless mandate. Even though we know he's not doing right, yet a whole lot of people are still supporting him. So we don't want to inculcate that kind of system. That is why it seems like the DOS are standing. No, it's not they are disobeying him, but they're doing what is really right, not just for themselves, for all of us as Biafrans. So we will not comment. If you're commenting, know the reason why DOS Okuchi, they want the best for us. This is to tell you, if at the end of the day, Biafra, you should understand that it will be run as a country or like every other uses African countries, or like a the Nigerian system. So when I make criticize and just when I make criticize, was really honest, Masanaka will really all the trust will have you were disappointed. Let him understand it. I heard he said before in his broadcast, repeatedly that he prays 7 times a day. Let him double it. Let him pray 14 times a day. So let's see if to go Kidnapping can give him more sense for him to rethink and not, oh no, I think I'm betraying this one. This is not what I promised them. I think I failed them. Let me do it better. Let me make it better. Instead of you're sending people that how can you even how you even think you're gonna be able to destroy IP? It's a mission very, very impossible. It can never happen. Impossible. And the whole thing, like it boils to like, and when I say this in hurt, it's hurt so bad that I think about his wife. I think about his wife so much that I say, oh my goodness, this woman, probably she knows all of this. Dealing with them young kids. How is she taking it? Everybody's against the husband. How can I hold some of these brokers? How can I hold? She'll be dying and crying silently. Look at the DOS. All the whole propaganda, leveled agenda. They knew all this and they kept it to themselves and keep pushing. They keep pushing. And they keep pushing.
Okay, my comrade. Okay, Dave. You are Dave, yeah? Yeah, thank you for your contribution. This okay, you can hang on now. You know, when you hear some of our comrades expressing their a kind of regret or emotion over this, it's because this is the man we built our trust on him. To be honest with you, that I am doing this, my single aim of doing this is because Nnamdi Kanu is on the social media. Nnamdi Kanu sees everything that is going on. He's involved. Also, war. I want him to know this is what we are thinking. This is what we are saying, and we would like him to withdraw. Because what he is doing against the struggle now is not good. Makachuku, somebody like me can never champion a campaign against a man that has done such for the struggle. But because we saw that he is on a mission to destroy, and the people he wants to destroy are the people we have not seen those blackmails and the allegations against. That is why I just say I withdraw. On our own a withdraw and I reflect. But in the one if I'm asking Nnamdi Kanu kana abasiko mbike. Enwe onye je fe ya de ọ na-ekwusi okwu ike na abasi mba na azọ na ana ihe ọ ga-eme ndị ọ ga-egbu ndị ọ ga-eme nke nwa nna anya anaga anọrụsi na-ene gị like this and you continue your threat. Mbano, it's affecting the movement. It's like I want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not getting involved in all these things. Makachuku, somebody like me can never come this way and be talking about him this way. But because of the guy in the very and he doesn't want to change, he doesn't want to repent. He doesn't want to repent. And we can no longer keep watching him only destroy things for the movement. And the heading on is on his selfish interest. It does not have anything to do with the struggle. Only a corner absorb selfishly. And he's doing this in detriment to the movement he established, to the movement, to the structure he laid in place. That is why I need to get our name. It watch is like most IPOB media warriors on 19 years on because we have continued to watch him. Now you're true because we can at distance. But he refused. He's an always stubborn man. He is both stubborn in the spirit and in the physical. And even in Sokoto, he has even remained more stubborn. So what this stubbornness can you have fight? We want him to calm down. Because na aka na alo, ndo na alo aka, we have looked and we couldn't see what these guys have done. I want Nnamdi Kanu can give genuine reasons. This is what these guys are doing that are jeopardizing the struggle. People like us, I will never support them. Now. I will talk. Mana, what these DOS are doing, they are protecting the struggle. They rather wants to align with Biafra struggle than obeying a personal selfish will of a man. This person Nnamdi Kanu doesn't want to say it that way. He insisted. And then all of us, we have all been very, very stubborn. Raised by a stubborn man. So that is what you see when you see a stubborn father fighting for his selfish reasons. You will see stubborn children standing to resist it, to tell him, no, sir. We want the good of the family, especially in that our foundation is so sacred that now we will not allow personal or family selfish interest. Oh, are you still here to take its focus into what we are doing? So thank you for your contributions. I thought you've left the thing. Yeah.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are listening because we want you to withdraw from this. Or go in because the people you are fighting, the people you want to destroy, and as a result of their clean hands, that you see the spirit of Biafra has raised men that are speaking on their behalf. Somebody like me would have stand up for you. You are fighting a personal gain fight for yourself, for your family. That is why I need Jihana Sige, Bonataka, withdraw. Umaka Echepotasiana about the struggle, now a lot of things. The more sensitize those guys to be talking against the leadership, the more you see some people coming out to talk more about you. Some people are going into your personal life. I am not in support of that. But everybody has their different ways of reasoning. But some of the things that is going on is out of anger because of your involvement in the issue going on. But if you can withdraw, all this dust will be settled. The matter is on your hand. And it's only you that will settle it. As soon as you withdraw from this, the dust will settle. Yeah, the dust will settle. I have another caller. Someone else called. Let me see if this person is a woman. I don't know why women don't call. Do we not have women? Okay, man. That is a woman. Do we not have women in this struggle? Umada. Imana anye bata n'okwu like this. When we come to a matter like this, Umada say a good Umada na-ekwu eziokwu. There are good Umada that when they come into a matter, they come with the truth. They speak the truth. They set the record straight. And I will bring this to an end. Unless if any other person has anything to say, you can call me back. I have some missed calls here. You can call me back. So what we are saying in earnest, what we are doing is not that because somebody wants to speak or expose Nnamdi Kanu, no. But we are telling him, and you know, forgetting his fingerprints, what he's doing, and we don't like it. It has an effect on the struggle. It has effect on the leadership. If you watch these guys that have been talking for more than 2 years, these guys has continued to attack IPOB leadership from one thing to another. They keep on going, and we have found out that they have been sponsored, because some of the things that is information coming from Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is giving them directive to continue. A lot of things Nnamdi Kanu, that the siblings opened a rival radio. Nnamdi Kanu is aware. He's aware. And here I'll be bringing this broadcast to an end. And we all remember that today, 7:30 Biafra time, we have the Deputy HOD, Mazito Nizurumike, coming on Radio Biafra and BTV to speak to us today. So I say thank you for listening. Before I go, let me read some of the comments, because some of these our commenters, you guys are strong. Okay, I can see like Lolo Chimezie. Lolo Nneka Chimezie is one of the wonderful daughter of the soil. You know, women, and anytime you for strong women, they are the ones that will bring up issues nobody likes to talk about. It's women. Somebody said he's spiritually vulnerable right now. Get all the mind of Biafrans. That is when you people will see the other side of... the thing has run away. Somebody made there. I can't even see that comment again. Let me see which other phone I will use to read this. Sometimes it's good to read the comments. Yeah. Okay, somebody said those women that would have contributed, most of them have had entangles with him. So how can they talk? Yeah, you are kind of right. For another person said, for these guys to attack the DOS leadership is a very big insult on IPOB worldwide. If you go, you know how the trigger. This is the trigger. For more than 2 years, I can't actually DOS. I buputonya, akogide, championed by Canon Takan, championed by your own work, but buputesena. This cannot continue, and you think people will stop talking about Nnamdi Kanu. This is a bag we settle this issue. Anytime Nnamdi Kanu settles this score, this dust, everywhere will be calm. Apart from it, more jeopardy, more expositions on him, on his character. Because people understand where the attack is coming from. Somebody, okay. No, I can't even see comments again. Yeah, I'll be bringing this. Somebody said we'll continue speaking the truth as it is, because one of the cardinal principles Nnamdi Kanu taught us is to speak the truth at all times, even if it leads to death. Saying the truth about him doesn't mean that we are castigating him, but that is the truth. Makachuku, everything I have said today, everything I have said so far about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is nothing but the truth. I did a book on Madebu, but talk of the supreme leader of IPOB. I don't blackmail people. I don't make things up against people. And before I'm able to speak against you, speak about you, you must have ejidegolongo of ojideregogu. You understand? Yeah. And look. The people with emotions, it's time for you guys to harden up. We are coming into more clarity. All along, IPOB has been built around a man. But because that very man has been somebody that we built great trust and hope in, as a result of his words, his presentations, and some of the things he did. So I know it's going to be very difficult for you to start to realign to the truth of some of the things committed by that person. I know it's very difficult. That's why you see this is our comrade Dave. Dave has been so emotional like women. Yeah, but the truth of the matter, we want to build a better and a stronger nation, a transparent nation, in contrast to what Nigerian government have, not what Nigeria is. Or if we cannot speak the truth at this point in time, is it when Biafra is restored? If we can build a tabernacle on one person despite the evidence of clarity of what the particular person does or behaves, if we cannot speak the truth, are we not same as Nigerians? Nigerians that cover politicians, that cover the well-to-do because of our attachments to emotions and personalities and relationship. We are even showing and proving to our people, to Biafrans, that IPOB, we are equal to building a nation, to restoring a better nation called Biafra. If we can call a spade, that means we are ready. We have been proved beyond reasonable doubt that we can speak up, that we can stand against dishonesty, that we can stand up to speak the truth despite who is involved. It all entails on the mighty Biafran nation we want to build. It all entails to that. And here I'll be bringing this broadcast to an end. And then I say thank you each and every one of us. Greta Lion, Chimwanyo Kunkwa, Gujie Bachas, Ezenwa, Mbajito, Leonard Gold, Peter Okoro, Wachuku, Biafra Time News, Obiman Yu, Chimwanyo Kunkwa, Leonard Nze, Ezemoka, Ezofo. Omepeni, always omepeni, dalo, Ndubisi Ani. Omotosho, my goodness. Omotosho, show me the law. You see how great our people is. Somebody has already, no one supposed to in a rain. Ane kumaka Nnamdi Kanu. Ane kumaka what's the yamaka happens in law, na quite different thing. And Mazin Nnamdi Kanu sabete this page. So when they blame don't blame us. Don't blame IPOB media. He had no we hear Mazin Nnamdi Kanu separated for himself. The chapter he opens is what is now being read. Our chapter open. So don't blame us. Don't blame anybody. Yeah, to here, I'll bring this to an end, and thank you once again, Ralph Benson, Dalo, Augustina Obi, Mexico, Chimex, Ralph Benson, Dalo, Augustina Obi, Mexico, Chimex, 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 Mexico Yeah. Thank you all, and I'll bring this one end here. Good afternoon from here. And remember, today 7:30, the Deputy HOD will be live on BTV and Radio Biafra. Thank you from here.